Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. This is Dee Fernandez, your tarot reader, your psychic, your astrologer, and your past life regression practitioner and healer. Yeah, past life healing is real. Yes. So is astrology, and so are many other things, right? And so, hope you're well, Capricorn. Take what works here and leave the rest out. If you want to get your own reading, I'll talk a little bit about that. It's always recommended. And yeah, let's get right into it, and let's get some oracle cards for you guys. And we start with closure. Somebody is experiencing closure in their life, and she just walked away from this giant door here, and she's wearing black, right? Yeah, and happiness. So she might be a little sad here. And life purpose. Okay, cool. So somebody is closing something out in this reading because they understand their life purpose and that something needs to be let go of or purged. Yeah. And so we're kind of looking at the tree of life here, so to speak. Interesting how it is, there's two sides to the tree. So that's always really interesting. And then we have all these moons. So in the back of this tree here, these trees, this one tree, the bottom of it is a full tree upside down, and the top of it is the tree as it is. And these moons are indicating that there is change and that cycles have changed, and now somebody wants to step into this cycle that will render them their life purpose, or where they can build on their life purpose, or whether they are starting out on a project that is of their life purpose, right? Their calling, yeah. And we have, yeah, and remember we have the happiness card too, so this is making somebody happy. We have maturity. This is from my deck here. Maturity is really important. You can't get anything done without it. No, you can go fix your tire. You can, go to the store. You can win a race, right? A physical race, but you can't really make great decisions for yourself and clear and move forward with this fullness and with wisdom without maturity. And we have the liar. Oh, shit. And we have replaying past events. So somebody might feel guilty if they lied and they're replaying past events, right? Yeah, somebody here has matured and they used to be, yeah, a big liar. And that's what the closure is about. This could be closing out cycles, right? That somebody was in Capricorn, this person possibly, or you, where maybe somebody wasn't mature and then they closed out a cycle and they are now like being truthful with themselves. Yeah, because the liar with replaying past events is about not being truthful with yourself, in my opinion. Let's see what else we have. And we have love, and this is the Page of Cups, and they call him the Fanatico, I think. Di Coppe, yeah, and this is Italian. And what is he holding? Oh, he's just holding like a screw here. That's interesting. He's holding a screw. And he has a cup over here. So, sorry about the noise. They're going up the hill. They'll be gone, you guys, in just a minute. Yeah, I live next to this really narrow street, and whenever they deliver something, yeah, these trucks have to give it their full throttle, yeah, to get up that steep hill. So let's get one more card. We have love. Somebody loves you here, Capricorn, it looks like. And we have, this could be self-love though too. And then we have the Ace of Swords, and they call it force here, like to force this knife, this big knife, or this big sword. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see what else we have, Capricorn. If you want to get a psychic reading with me, you can, Capricorn. I always check for accuracies. I always check for feedback. Yeah, and they are accurate. Same with the tarot readings. And you pick the formatting, whether or not it's a live video call or a video recording. I can record the live call as well. Yeah, and if you need to understand somebody, they are acting funny, or maybe you don't trust them, or just something, get a psychic reading. And for your own insight about your own steps forward or something like that, you can always yeah, I can help with that too. I'm also a life coach. Yeah, Canfield life coach. So everything's below. Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading, and you can get past life healing as well. So the bottom of the deck here, Capricorn, is the 10 of Cups. And this is, we have this card, happiness. And that's what this is about. Somebody wants their happily ever after. And it is, they feel like that is their life purpose, whatever they are pursuing here. Somebody can be pursuing you here and feeling guilty because the liar and replaying past events. And we start with the 5 of Wands. Page of Swords reversed, Knight of Pentacles, could be you. 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups reversed. Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, and the Ace of Swords. And whoa, this is a big reading. When we have all these major arcanas next to, 4 major arcanas next to an ace. We're going to cover up these naked people here on both of these cards. Yes, we are. So, you know how we have replaying past events? This Page of Swords in the reverse can be about replaying past events. It can be going over, and that sits in the challenge or the crossing energy, which is very kind of similar. It's kind of a nuanced energy, but it's usually something that is conditional or challenging or crossing you in some way, kind of like a crossroads in effect, kind of. Yeah, and so we have the Ace of Swords twice. One of them is force. And when they say force, this is life force energy, not, I'm going to force this little, this square screw into a round hole. Yeah, we're not talking about that kind of, right? Yeah, we're talking about higher energy than that, but at least with that Ace of Swords, right? And so 5 of Wands, there's this challenges, maybe too many people. There could be a cycle that is closed here because somebody feels, Capricorn, that you are their life purpose, like you are their, their destiny. And this can be you, Capricorn. You could be closing the door on some career or something too. Maybe your boss was a liar. Maybe they were immature, or maybe you're understanding that now with maturity, right? That's interesting because today I had a very profound insight about my grandmother, like from, there's much more to it than I just, of course, but from, 40, not 40 years, honestly, like 60, not 60, but really a lot of years ago when I was a little girl. So it's interesting because although the physical time has passed in your psyche, it's not the same. Right? Your psyche is not about the physical. No, it is about the spiritual. So that's why sometimes things seem like it was only yesterday. It was 25 years ago, but it was only yesterday, right? That's how that works. Yeah, it's interesting too. Real interesting. And so the Page of Swords reverse with the Knight of Pentacles, that may be you. And we have poverty, and he's putting his hand out. He's begging, and he also has... they call this the 8 of Pentacles in this particular deck, right? But it doesn't matter. It's about poverty, and he's begging, and he has a crutch, poor guy, and he's sitting here in the snow with shorts on. Ouch, right? It's not a good one, not a good place to be. Somebody feels in despair here. Yeah. Maybe they're losing out on money, but I don't see other money cards here like greed or anything like that. So... or, the only pentacle card here is the Devil is sometimes about materialism, but 5 of Pentacles is kind of the only thing that can kind of allude to like money in this reading. I feel like this person is in despair. This may be you, Capricorn, but no worries, because this maturity is going to make everything just fine. It's like you just kind of look at things like, well, maybe that had to happen like that, maybe, but you don't take it so hard, no. Knowing that there's a new cycle in front of you with maturity, right? Now, let's get a card on the Knight of Pentacles, and now we have the Fervor. This is a fever. She wants to she's carving her wand. It's beautiful, too, what she's doing, right? But she has to, she's doing it with fever, like an intent, like a love. This is the 2 of Wands in this particular reading. And... somebody here has the fervor, or like this kind of fanaticism, like um, to do this. To have a new beginning with you, Capricorn. That's what it's about. Here's rebirth. And they probably want forgiveness. Maybe that could be, it doesn't have to be, but it could be with a liar and replaying past events. And so over here is, in the past, the Five of Pentacles. This person could have felt your absence, how lacking their life was without you because of the life purpose card. And yeah, this person realizes that you're in their life, or you were, for a reason. And this is like soul, this is a soul connection. That's what it's about. And with the Five of Pentacles, we have the accident card. All right, so this is external to you. We could put it in the past if we want, but not, I always look at this from two different kind of spreads. Yeah. But this accident card with the Five of Pentacles in the context of this reading is about somebody who made a mistake and either like left you out, Capricorn, or they saw that they didn't see your beauty. That could be the case here in your worth. I feel like this person felt a lack without you. And this accident card, remember, this could be you totally, Capricorn, but this accident card, he's riding a unicycle, and somebody put, or he did put, like a wand or a stick right in the wheel. So there's no way he can ride that, and he had an accident. Somebody could have done this to themselves, but this is like, can be like a sabotage, right? But it can be that it just happened to somebody. They were not mature, and they were going through life, and they made a mistake here. This is kind of like a mistake here. And I feel like there's a little bit of despair here because of this mistake. Yeah, this person has some, if this is about somebody else, and this is about love, then this person is in despair. Yeah, I believe they are. And the Eight of Cups reversed is the mindset. This is return to you, Capricorn. It is return to something that is very fulfilling. And the interesting thing about it, in the reverse, it can be they didn't see this moving forward, how important you were, how fulfilling you were to them. Yeah. And the Hermit sits here. This is definitely about wisdom and maturity, right? It is. Now, an insight. And here we have Judgment, and that sits in the Concern. It's here with the Steadfastness card, and here is the naked man. I'll cover him up from behind, right? He is squishing the grapes, or squashing the grapes rather, so he can make wine, right? He said, I really want to get drunk tonight. No, he didn't say that. And so maybe. So the Three of Cups is there to make grapes. This is to create something beautiful, to create a celebration, I believe, because the wine, indicates that, and a reconciliation most likely with this Judgment card. Now, this person could have made a decision, and I feel like there's been a decision in here after somebody was replaying past events, right? And the Wheel of Fortune sits in they could have went through a rebirth themselves, Capricorn. This could be you, sorry guys, like going through your own rebirth, and where you are trying to enjoy your life now after some really difficult closing out of something. Closure, yeah. The Wheel of Fortune is in the psyche, in the environment, or the physical environment, or both. And it shows up with conscience, and that is reversed. Somebody has a guilty conscience. A guilty conscience, yeah. I feel like, too, that this is a knowing, because it's like also related to consciousness, right? The conscience. Interesting how they call this like co-science, right? Well, not in English, but in Italian, or Spanish rather. No, this is, I guess, Italian here. La coscienza is Spanish, but this is the Italian one, I believe. But yeah, we have Italian, German, and Spanish here. But This is kind of like co-science, which is very cool. And your mind is super scientifical. Yeah, your psyche is scientifical, mystical, powerful. Yeah, very interesting. And it is so kind of complicated because it is so rich and empowering. Right? If it was not complicated, you wouldn't be able to do anything great with your mind either. You wouldn't be able to manifest things. No, it just wouldn't work out, right? So they could, maybe I feel like this is the understanding that your fate and destiny to them with the Wheel of Fortune, and that this is indeed divine timing. The devil is the hopes and fears. It shows up with La Luna, which is the moon. And here's the crickets hanging out. One of them's a cricket. One might be like a beetle. I'm not sure. But they're hanging out here by the full moon. And so the full moon is about culmination, endings, and new beginnings. Yeah, it is. Things that are peaking, like it's time, right? It's the most important time to let something go, or because something's culminating. It can be for something new too, but something ends every time something new begins. First we have something ending. The devil here is this is fear right here, the moon, and they're watching the moon like what's going to happen because it's a full moon, the little cricket and the little beetle. And so here it is with the devil, and for me, I don't believe that's you. This could be you up here, Capricorn, Knight of Pentacles. But I feel like what this means is major fear, and let's see what's going to happen. OMG. And with the career card reversed, this card, the career card, talks about kind of, owning who you are, really, and, taking your life into your own hands, being responsible for your life. That's what the career card means in this deck. Reversed here, somebody's afraid here. Yeah, they are. This person, I believe, Ace of Swords in the potential outcome, Capricorn. It is showing up with charity. Yeah, and so this charity card, they call it charity, but not really, because this policeman, kind of, gnome, is cutting the other man's cloak. So that's really interesting, and this is the Three of Swords. So this can be that somebody has done something, maybe to themselves, but he's causing some pain here. And in the potential outcome, this is somebody who realizes that I feel like that they've caused some type of pain here. And this person does want a brand new beginning with you, Capricorn. I also feel like this person wants to, the card combination here, wants to help in a way. Yeah, not like before. Yeah, something went on here because he's definitely cutting his cloak here, the other guys, right? Let's get one last card and see where those cards are. What you do with these cards, Denise? And here they are, trying not to blow away, or I'm trying them not to blow away. And Six of Cups, the wedding. Wow. So I feel like what's happened here in this reading is that somebody wants to marry you here, and they have cut something out here with this charity card, and what they are doing is donating to themselves. Yeah, it's like that. And so not in any arrogant way. This person is helping themselves. They want a new beginning. This person is going to want to get married here, and they are trying to clear their conscience, but they have, because they've matured, Capricorn. I feel like you need to give somebody a chance here, right? That's if you want, and it depends on your own. That's your personal, I don't know you guys, right? Of course, these are general readings, but for somebody here, they should be able to trust this situation, and I feel like this person, wants to marry you here. And they're mature. That's a really great thing. Thanks so much for joining me, Capricorn. Check out the description box if you want to get a reading with me. They're super fun. They're cool. Very personal. And please like, share, and subscribe. It does help me to keep these videos coming forward with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you guys. Hit the little bell if you want to hear my uploads, hear of them. Thanks so much, guys.